MightyWolfTV.
Hey guys, it's Trevin Scheller, owner of MightyWolfTV, and in this video we are gonna review every game I own for a certain console. For this video, we're gonna review all the games I own on the Nintendo 64. And if you haven't seen this series before, it's where I review every single game I own on a console, give it my own personal rating, and at the same time I also show off my collection so you guys know what I have and so you guys know what I can play for gaming videos. And if you want to check the reviews without having to watch the video, you can either check the description or you could even look on the MightyWolfTV website, which I'll be updating right after this video is uploaded. With that being said, let's get started. Super Mario 64, the first Nintendo 64 game I've ever played, and I did that on the Wii Virtual Console. This game is an absolute masterpiece for a console like this. Definitely recommend it to anybody who gets this system. Well, the only bad things about the game I could say is, well, sometimes it can be pretty difficult, but I'd say the controls and platforming are just wonderful. It's really fun to play through. I played this game for hours and I still love playing this game to this day. With this being my fourth favorite Smash Bros. Game, Super Smash Bros. Is one of the best Nintendo 64 games I ever played. I mean, you get to beat up your favorite Nintendo characters and even play as your favorite Nintendo characters. I had a blast playing this with my friends, and you know, the music's really nice too, and I would constantly play the story mode, or not the story mode, the classic mode, even though NES was a pain in the butt to unlock, but you know, this is a really great game. I would definitely consider it for anyone who loves Smash Brothers. My opinion, this is one of the best Zelda games I have ever played in my life, and also one of the few Zelda games I actually beat. It is just so amazing. The music is beautiful, the graphics are nice, the world is huge, and there's just so much to do in the game. It's a really long story. Surprised this game didn't use an expansion pack because of how big it is. And it's got such a great story, and it is such an amazing game. Really, the only bad thing I'd say about this game is that some of the puzzles can be tricky at times, but you know, you just really gotta be a Zelda fan for this kind of game. It's actually, this is one of the Zelda games that actually got me into the series. It's just that good. Definitely one of the best Nintendo 64 games I've ever played in my life. This Mario Kart, I consider it just okay. I mean, this was part of my childhood, but I didn't really play this one a whole lot. I spent more of my childhood playing Mario Kart Wii. I mean, this game was kind of fun to play with friends, and I respect what it was at the time, but honestly, I can understand that it didn't have as much graphical power as the time, but like, you know, the characters aren't even in 3D, and like, I think the drifting kind of sucks, to be honest, but you know, it's honestly still a really fun game. It has some really nice tracks in the game, for the most part. If you're a Mario Kart fan, this one's definitely good to pick up. I mean, it's an okay Mario Kart. I like it. This is a game I didn't really play a whole lot, but I've played this with a few friends before, and I actually had a lot of fun playing it. I mean, I've never really did the campaign much, but the multiplayer is where it's at for this game, and the first person shooting actually works pretty well. Mostly. It was pretty fun just, you know, shooting them down and stuff. You know, I consider this a pretty decent game. I didn't really get a chance to play this one much. I actually only played this game like once or twice, and it was actually with my dad. We kind of had fun playing it, but the gameplay is just really not that great. I didn't really enjoy it that much. I mean, it seemed like it would have been pretty fun for its time. I'm personally just not a sports fan. I played this one even less, and this is another sports game that my dad owned when he had the Nintendo 64 back in the 90s, and he actually passed down some of his games to me. I think I played this like just once, and I just didn't find myself enjoying it at all. Although if you're a sports fan, you could probably check it out, but it's still pretty outdated. I'm someone who really loves racing games, and I thought this one was actually pretty alright. I didn't really play this one a lot, but, you know, I kind of had fun with it. And yeah, that's what I call pod racing. While I think the Yoshi series is cute and adorable, I actually find this one to be probably one of the hardest Yoshi games I've ever played. It's still really fun, and I think the graphics are nice, but you know, it's just, this is just a game I never beaten in. It was actually, believe it or not, one of the first Yoshi games I've ever played. It actually introduced me to the Yoshi series. It's a pretty decent game. When it comes to RPGs, I would definitely say Paper Mario is the best one of those games on this system. It is a really cute, but also really fun adventure like RPG game on an N64. I mean, there's also a lot of exploration. You get all this grinding. It's such a great game. I spent hours playing this one. It was just so much fun. My dad even played this game too. Like, I had this on the Wii Virtual Console and the N64, and we both played at the same time. Both got pretty far. We never beat the game, but yeah, it was really fun. You get to unlock all these different characters and, you know, grind and stuff. It was really great. This is a game I actually never beat or played the sequel for, but I actually had a really fun time playing this one. I mean, there's lots of worlds to explore and lots of really creative characters, and the gameplay is really great. You get to play as a bear and a bird. You get to like fly and stuff and collect all the jiggies, and it's a really fun game. It's a little bit like Mario 64, but you know, it's a little more open. I thought this was a pretty different kind of racing game. I mean, you've got all these unique different characters, including Banjo and Conker. And I like how this racing game actually has a campaign, and not only that, you can like fly and swim. And like, I mean, I didn't really play this one a lot, because, you know, we had games like Mario Kart. But I personally enjoyed this one. Oh man, Donkey Kong 64. Not only one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games, but in my opinion, the best Donkey Kong game ever made. I mean, what more could you want with the fruit weapons and all the playable Kongs and all the large, beautiful worlds to explore? It is just an amazing game. And also the multiplayer, where you get to beat each other up with the fruit guns. It just never ends. It's just such a big, amazing game, which I still haven't beat. This is definitely the best Donkey Kong game I've ever played. Highly recommend it, although some of the challenges can be pretty difficult. Yeah, sorry to say this, but I've actually never owned the original Pokemon Stadium. I just own number 2. But from what I played, it's actually really cool. I mean, the graphics were really amazing for its time. I mean, being able to see like all the first 2 gen Pokemon in 3D. I mean, sure, this game is mostly just battling, but I still found it kind of fun. And I do think it's a little weird how, like, you'll do the animation anyway, but sometimes, like, it'll miss. Like, I just think it's weird that even if you miss, it'll still play the animation. And, like, the game honestly really reminds me of, like, the Johto series in the anime. Like, it feels like you're actually in the events, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, if you're a Pokemon fan, definitely check this out. Now, this was actually a really hard Zelda game that I actually never beat, and I didn't think it was as good as Ocarina of Time, but it is still pretty good. I mean, I think it's pretty cool how you get to transform into these different creatures, such as a Deku, Shrub, a Goron, and even a Zora. I mean, yeah, I do prefer this over the 3D remake, but it's, you know, it's still pretty good. I mean, it's a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time, and, you know, the graphics are better. This was actually a pretty good, big part of my childhood, and I actually enjoyed this game. Definitely check it out if you've beat Ocarina of Time. I didn't have this game on the actual Nintendo 64, but I had this on the Wii Virtual Console, so that's how I got it. It is a super fast, high-speed action racing game on the Nintendo 64. It is loads of fun. I actually consider this one of the, probably the best racing game on the N64. Although my only problem with the game is that, you know, it can be a little too fast at times, and either way it's easy to fall off. But it's still a really fun game, and I really wish they'd make a new one or bring it back eventually. That was another game I didn't have on the actual N64. I had this on the Wii U Virtual Console. I didn't play this one a lot, but from what I played so far, it was a little too easy. Although I love the power fusions though, and I also love they brought that back in Kirby Star Allies. And not only that, like, I mean, the graphics are really nice, and it's Kirby's very first 3D game. Although I don't like how Kirby can't fly forever, unlike in other Kirby games. But it's still a pretty decent game. This is another game I didn't have on the actual Nintendo 64. I had this in Rare Replay, and I actually only played it once, but from what I saw, it was actually pretty decent. Like, I would have been all about this back in the day, because I used to love fighting games. But you know, this one was pretty alright. Another N64 game from Rare Replay. This one honestly really reminded me of GoldenEye, but I actually liked this. I actually prefer the campaign for Perfect Dark more than the campaign for GoldenEye. I think GoldenEye's got better multiplayer, but this one has a better campaign. And the graphics are really interesting in this one, and I like how it's actually got like a hub world and stuff. Definitely one I would definitely revisit. Pretty cool game. Another N64 game I had from Rare Replay. This was actually one of my favorite N64 games. I mean, it's got such a great story and the gameplay is great, and I just love the cutscenes, and a lot of them are actually really funny. And you know, this is like, even though it was like the end of the N64's life cycle, it was still a really amazing game, and it's just, it was really good. It was really fun, and had a really fun multiplayer too, which I never really got to play with my friends a lot. But yeah, this game is really great. Once again, another N64 game I owned from Rare Replay, Force Gemini. I didn't play this one very much, but the concept of it was pretty interesting, where you have all these adventures in space and you're going out all these different planets. It was pretty cool. I definitely would like to revisit this one more, but I've just got so many games. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. So there you have it. That is my entire Nintendo 64 collection. Tell me all, what did you think of my collection? Did you like it or what? And what are your opinions on all the N64 games that I have, or what N64 games do you guys have? Comment anything you want in the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day, guys, and don't forget to stay tuned to your MightyWolfTV.